In the fullness of time and wisdom, we generally discover that what we care about is not actually a what, but a who. It is surely strange that I should say this, because one of the classic problems of ethics is whether we are all ultimately motivated by our own self-interest. The claim that we are so motivated is called psychological egoism. I think the opposite may be true. One might call it psychological altruism. Whatever selfish motives we might have, what ultimately drives us, if we have any healthy drives at all and are not pathetically stuck in neutral, is the notion that we are improving the lives of those we care about, which might be all of humanity. You won't be surprised to learn that getting married and having a child has clarified this for me. One day it occurred to me that if my career is my purpose in life, then I would seem to be saying that my wife and child are somehow merely means to furthering my career. This notion struck me as not merely silly, I found its absurdity suggestive. Of course, I never seriously thought that my work was my sole purpose in life. I didn't really have any clear idea what my purpose in life was, if my life's work was only part of it, though. For a long time, I made a vague assumption that my purpose in life was something complex and compartmentalized. There was the career purpose, and then there was the family purpose, and then there were surely many other purposes. I thought that my life would be flourishing if I was fulfilling all of those purposes very well and achieved a proper balance. This is not really wrong, but I couldn't see that there was a deeply important commonality that runs through these various purposes. Running through them all, I want to suggest, is the notion that I am trying to improve the lives of others, at least by my own lights. This, I want to claim, is true of all of us. It is true even if you're focused exclusively on something that involves few people, such as designing a bridge or writing software code. Whether you think about it or not, what drives your whole endeavor is the usefulness of your bridge or code, the usefulness that it will have to other people. If your bridge or your code is sturdy and reliable, you will feel proud of yourself precisely because other people can use it, rely on it, and admire it. If it looks beautiful but gets no use, you will rightly feel that you've wasted your time. But, you might ask, what about the cynical and unscrupulous power seekers of the world? For whom do they ultimately want to wield this power? Themselves, certainly, but without the ability to benefit others, their desire for supremacy becomes utterly pointless. Hollywood villains aside, nobody seeks to gain the levers of power merely to benefit themselves. They may want to benefit just their own loved ones or just their friends and associates, but there is certainly someone else that they want to benefit. There is someone whose happiness is crucial to their own. This is also true of knowledge seekers and artists. Without a society, or at least some audience to enlighten or entertain, the search for knowledge and the creation of art seem pointless. So, what is the meaning of life? My answer is to do what we can to improve, at least by our own lights, the lives of those we care about, which could be extended to all of humanity. In a way, I am admitting that happiness is the purpose of life after all, but I'm saying that we can find happiness by supporting the happiness of everyone that we can. Can is the key word. What we can do depends on our personal circumstances, and that is what changes over time. For instance, you bear a special obligation to your family because you can make them happy as no one else can in the world. Or suppose you're in a position of great responsibility, say you are the CEO of a company, and your job affects, let's say, thousands of people. Then your responsibility is to think about those people and how best you can benefit them. The modern world, with its division of labor, needs a great many people doing a great many things, and you're likely to find meaning doing whatever you sincerely feel maximizes your positive impact on the world by your own lights. So now I can explain a little better why I think the problem of the meaning of life is not solved by just getting some good career counseling. We enter adulthood with grand plans, and then reality intrudes and sends us off in unexpected directions. That has certainly been the case in my life, in which I've gone from training to be a philosophy professor to running encyclopedia websites, and now to various online educational projects. My career changes have all been pretty much unplanned. For better or worse, that opportunities that I took have been borne little relation to what I thought I would be doing with my life when I graduated from Reed at age 22. When we're young, no offense, but we do not know ourselves or our future circumstances well enough to know what will make our loved ones happy in the long run. Most of you don't even know who your loved ones will be. You might think, as I did, that you can learn about yourselves adequately through deep navel-gazing introspection. Certainly you can learn something that way, but the conclusions you come to will be unreliable. You best learn about yourself, what you truly want, and what you truly believe, through constant humble reflection on a lengthening lifetime of experiences. If we commit blindly and doggedly to some notion of our life's purpose, even after we've grown beyond it, we will inevitably become alienated from ourselves. And this is all too common, I think. We can pursue a career with ambition and idealism, only to find that we hate what it requires of us. If we persist in our old notions of our life's purpose, then we are forced to live out someone else's notion of a role, not one that we embrace for ourselves. A person's values, interests, and desires change subtly over time, and if you do not notice and come to grips with those changes, that's when the alienation and angst sets in. That's when you can discover that you no longer believe that you're benefiting yourself or others as much as you could be.